Hey, I'm out here again on the Tradition Trail. Now, if you're not familiar with the Tradition Trail, it's about 22 miles of paved pathways that connects all of Tradition. As of July 2025, it's about 70% complete, and when finished, it'll connect all of Tradition from as far north as Esplanade and Vitalia on Westcliff Road up north, all the way to Belterra down on Becker Road. It also expands from Village Parkway by I-95 all the way west past Seville and Cadence to Tradition Parkway and eventually out to Rangeline Road. Now, a lot of the trail has a dedicated walking and cycling, rollerblading lane and a golf cart and Tradition in Motion lane, and you can kind of see that here. So what is this Tradition in Motion, or TIM as it's affectionately called? Well, hold on a few seconds and I'll explain. Hi, I'm Stephen Kimos, a local realtor specializing in new construction here in beautiful Port St. Lucie, Florida. So when I first moved here, one of the complaints was a lack of public transportation out in Tradition. In fact, public transportation is not perceived well anywhere in Port St. Lucie. So the master planners didn't want the Port St. Lucie public buses on the residential leadways throughout Tradition. So the residents in Tradition still wanted a way to get to Town Square and other places and shopping and parks right from their neighborhoods. Right outside of each development, they wanted something to take them somewhere. So the planners decided to provide a mode of transportation themselves, and they envisioned a small modern system of unmanned 4-person shuttles connecting all of Tradition, mostly through these off-road Tradition trails. Now, to their credit, they gave it a shot. So for the last 3 years, these driverless shuttles moved around Tradition at about 15 miles an hour. Well, the idea and execution were a little before its time. Many found the shuttles to be slow, unreliable, and a bit creepy. I mean, I found it creepy. Get on there's nobody driving. Many didn't trust the technology and thought the service was too slow. So a few areas where the shuttle would have to kind of veer onto the road left traffic frustrated and drivers honking, and it was slow. Now, furthermore, a couple of fender benders kind of popped up, so the service was barely used. Now, on top of that, they included a person that sat on the shuttle to make sure everything went right, nothing went wrong. If you're going to put a person on the shuttle, you might as well have a driver. So overall, it was a good try, but in the end, was a waste of time and money. So again, to the planners' credit, they listened to the population and they didn't give up, and they decided to switch to a drivered shuttle. Now, this system is still named Tradition in Motion, it's much more fast, it's much more reliable, and guess what? I actually saw people using the service for a change. So how does this service work and what does it look like? Let's find out. So first, Tradition partnered with the Freebie app. You download the app and you use it to call the shuttle to take you anywhere in Tradition and back. So, the brave technologically challenged me here is going to try to use the service for the first time. So I'm going to head down to my usual lunch spot, which is either Bagel Brothers or Panera down by the square, and I'm going to document each step. So hang on with me. We'll give it a try. Here we go. Okay, so let's give this a try here. So I find the Freebie app and I click on it and request for a ride. And I set my pickup at Fern Lake, and I set my drop off. Well, that's a good question. So I guess you set the drop off where you want to go, which would be Tradition Square here. Set the drop off there, and number of passengers 1, and confirm the ride. Okay, now it says looking for a driver. We're currently connecting you with one of our drivers for a pickup, Fern Lake. The ride may be pulled, so there'll be other riders with you. And of course, they sponsor everything. So let's sit here and wait and see what happens. Okay, I hope you're able to see that on the app using screen recording. It's my first time doing that too. So here I am in this spot. I'm at the Fern Lake stop, and over top is a shade mechanism to keep you from frying in the sun while you're waiting for the shuttle to come by. So I started the shuttle at roughly 11:39 my time, and I'll let you know how long it takes for the shuttle to get here and see what the shuttle ride's like. So it's now 11:42 and my Tim ride is here. It's actually here, the shuttle, so that's pretty darn fast. I got a text from the driver saying when he would show up and when he would arrive, and they were right on time. All right, so now I'm on the shuttle, the Tim shuttle, and I'm riding with driver, what's your name?
Hi, Eric.
Eric. And Eric said this is one of the longest routes they have out here to Western Grove. So there's two shuttles running here, and that's how they were able to get here so fast. So how long have you been doing this, Eric?
Well, with this company, just about a year.
Okay.
And prior to this, they had the automated shuttles, but this service is a little more versatile. We're able to spread out to more locations.
Right. Are you noticing it's picking up at all, that more people are using the service?
I'd say so, yes. And I think a big thing that helps is the ability to request the service on the app.
Right, because with the automated service, who knows when it would come around?
Yeah, it was all about timing.
Yeah, I don't think that's very effective, but
yeah.
I mean, this is much faster too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I usually go down every day pretty much to eat at two places down here. And it's a comfortable ride. I'm surprised with that too. And you're protected from the weather.
Yep. Rain's not a factor.
Very, very cool, by the way. Very cool. So Eric, what is the most requested route you get?
The most requested route, I'd say, is the tie between landings and this one here.
Gotcha. And the landings is where all the shopping is.
Yep. Big shopping center.
So people can come up here, not only just go to the square, but they can also go to the shopping center over at the landings. That's like where the big box stores are, you know, Target, Home Goods,
Exactly.
Old Navy, that kind of thing. And there's restaurants. Now, will it take you from neighborhood to neighborhood?
It can, yes. Yeah, so we could go from here to, say, Manderley if you wanted to.
All right. Now, as golf carts come towards you on this side, because the one side's for walking and biking and everything, this side's for the golf carts, what do you usually do?
Usually one of us will pull off to the side and let the other one pass.
Got it. So you get any complaints about the service or any suggestions so far?
No, not really, aside from people requesting it go to their neighborhood specifically.
Gotcha. So do you have any idea how this is structured or paid for?
As I understand it, Freebie is contracted by the people who own Tradition, which is Mattamy Homes, and that's about my understanding of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not sure if it's paid for through the CDD fees or if it's paid for through the Master HOA. But I'll tell you what, I can imagine this could be a problem if you're coming down here on 4th of July, just because there's so many people coming down. I mean, when you come down on a holiday or an event, there are 1,000 golf carts, a bunch of cars. So I imagine you'd have to wait much longer to get this service. But on a daily basis, this is pretty darn quick. I mean, I'm already pretty much at the square. So so far, I recommend this. So here's one of the spots where you have to kind of go out onto the road. The shuttle has to come out. Or if you're going south here on Community, and that's where the old Tradition in Motion automated car would move at 10 miles an hour and there'd be 20 cars backed up behind it. Now that doesn't happen. I mean, this thing moves. I think it can get to 25, 26 miles an hour.
Yep.
On a regular basis here. Do you have any idea, Eric, if eventually it'll go all the way down to Becker down there by
towards Becker?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes, because there's a few Mattamy communities that are going up down that way, and I would imagine they want to service those as well.
Yeah, I agree. So here we are at the square. I'm going to have lunch, and then I'm going to call Eric or another driver will pick me up to take me back up to the Fern Lake stop by the regional park. So, hope so far you're enjoying the ride along with me. It's not bad. And just like that, I'm in Tradition Square. I'm telling you, it took maybe 7 minutes to get down here from way out in one of their longest routes by the Western Grove Regional Park. And here's the stop behind me, and one of the two drivers that's running today worked out really well. I'm surprised. So if you're not familiar with Tradition Square, this is where it all happens. There might be 2,000 people here on a Burgers, Blues, and Brews night, or any kind of given concert where people just, sit here on the lawn, and they set up a stage in front of the town hall to watch the concerts. Now, it does get crowded here sometimes, so there's going to be a new entertainment district down off of Village Parkway to take some of the pressure off of this. Down there will be a amphitheater, the largest amphitheater on the Treasure Coast. So that's going to be like a little downtown Disney-ish area, where this one's more 1950s Norman Rockwell. So here you see a trio of brown bellied whistle ducks and a family of otters and 2 sandhill cranes. By the way, the sandhill cranes are the official symbol of Port St. Lucie. So here I am after a short walk from the Tim stop to Bagel Brothers, my usual lunch place. So let's go inside, see what's going on. See, that's Barbara back there making some bagels. And more people, more people. What am I doing? Well, I have a YouTube channel that's got 600 subscribers and 70,000 views for real estate. And I'm telling them this is where I eat pretty much every day. They're great here. They treat me great. They have my order done before I even get in here sometimes. So I'm going to sit here, have my bagel and my sandwich, and then go back over the Tim stop, ride back. I'll let you know how that goes. But for now, I'm going to sit around and talk to the regulars here. Oh, it's a good lunch. Now I'm heading back over, and I'm going to call the Tradition in Motion Tim Shuttle using the Freebie app and see how that goes. So let's go. Okay, so I called using the Freebie app, which I showed you how to use, and 2 shuttles just showed up here to pick me up and take me back to Western Grove to the Fern Lake stop by Emory, and then I'll let you know what I think of my full experience of riding the Tradition in Motion system. So I'm back sitting in the back seat, as you can see, heading out on the Tim tram. Should be back. We're racing a bit of a storm here, so hopefully we get back before the rain hits. I'll let you know. So that's it. There's Tim dropping me off at the Fern Lake stop, and I'm walking across here to my neighborhood. And overall, I'd recommend it. It was smooth, it was fast, very nice driver. I would use it to go down to the shops, and I'd use it to go down to restaurants, and it's going to expand all over through Tradition. So overall, I'm going to give it an A. I mean, you can't do much better than what they did and how quickly they came. I don't know how it's going to be when it's, a lot of people want to use the system at the same time, but they were running multiple trams. So, kudos to Freebie app, and good job for, Mattami's a fantastic master planner. I mean, we can talk about them as a builder in their neighborhoods, but you can't fault them in the way that they have created this area. I mean, you have to drive 5 miles in any direction to get to any place that's even a little run down. It's really nice here, and they've done a really good job with the revamp on the Tradition in Motion. So if you want to talk about anything related to this or real estate, give me a call. My information's here on the screen and in the description below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.